The question states, find without using trigonometric tables the value of cos A if cos B equals half and cos A minus B equals 4. Solution. Cos A, cos B equals half. Therefore, tan B equals 2. Cos A minus B equals 4. Therefore, tan A minus B equals 1 over 4. We know that tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B over 1 plus tan A tan B. So 1 over 4 will be equal to tan A minus 2 over 1 plus 2 tan A. Hence, we have 1 plus 2 tan A is equal to 4 tan A minus 8. So 9 will be equal to 2 tan A. Tan A will be equal to 9 over 2. Therefore, cos A equals 2 over 9. The question says, find the value of sin A minus B and cos A minus B using the formula sin A plus B equals sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, and cos A plus B equals cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. We are substituting minus B into the formula. Hint, sin minus B equals minus sin B and cos minus B equals cos B. So what do we do? It says sin A plus minus B will be equal to sin A cos minus B plus cos A sin minus B. So sin A minus B will be equal to sin A cos B, since cos minus B is cos B, plus minus cos A sin B, since sin minus B is minus sin B. Let's go to the cos side. You have cos A plus minus B will be equal to cos A cos minus B minus sin A sin minus B. So cos A minus B will be equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, since sin minus B is minus sin B. Thank you. The question reads, verify cos theta plus sin theta over cos theta minus sin theta equals to 1 minus 2 tan theta over 1 plus 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan theta. Let's start. Let's divide numerator and denominator by cos theta. So we have it like this. Cos theta plus sin theta over cos theta minus sin theta will be equal to 1 plus tan theta over 1 minus tan theta. This can also give us 1 minus tan theta plus 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan theta. So this will be equal to 1 plus 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan theta. Thank you. The question says, if sin A plus sin square A equals to 1, find the value of cos square A plus cos raised to the power 4A. Let's go. So sin A plus sin square A equals to 1. So we have it like this. Sin A equals to 1 minus sin square A, which is equal to cos square A from our trigonometric relationship. So sin A equals cos square A, and cos raised to the power 4A is equal to sin square A. So we have it like this: cos square A plus cos raised to the power 4a is equal to sine square a plus, let me make it like this, cos square a plus sine square a from the second equation, which equals to 1. The equation says if sec theta plus tan theta equals p, find cosec theta. Now we know sec theta plus tan theta equals to p. And from our trigonometric identities, we know that sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Factorizing this, we know that sec theta plus tan theta into sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1. So we have p into sec theta minus tan theta equals 1. So sec theta minus tan theta equals 1 over p. So our sec theta will be equal to, let's add this equation and this one. So 2 sec theta is equal to p plus 1 over p. So sec theta equals half. Okay, let me make it straight. P square plus 1 over 2p. Or solving for tan theta. 2 tan theta is equal to p minus 1 over p. So tan theta will be equal to p square minus 1 over 2p. And cosec theta will be equal to cot theta times sec theta. So cot theta is 1 over tan theta, that is 2p into p square minus 1. And sec theta, we have it here, p square plus 1 over 2p. So this one cancels this. So cosec theta is equal to p square plus 1 over p square minus 1. Prove that 1 minus sine a equals to 1 plus n. Prove that 1 minus sine a over 1 plus sine a equals sec a minus tan a all squared. Now let's multiply denominator and numerator by 1 minus sine a. So we have it to be 1 minus sine square a, 1 minus sine a all squared over 1 plus 1 squared minus sine square a is going to give us 1 plus sine square a minus 2 sine a. 1 minus sine square is equal to cos square a. So it's going to give us sec square a plus tan square a minus 2 tan a sec a. So on factorizing, we are going to have sec a minus tan a all squared. If cos z equals to L, prove that cos z minus cosec z over sec z plus tan z equals to L into L minus 1 over 1 plus root of 1 minus L squared minus L squared. So we have it, cos z is going to give us cos z over sin z. Cosec z is 1 over sin z. Sec z is 1 over cos z. And tan z is sin z over cos z. So we are going to have cos z minus 1 over sin z times cos z over 1 plus sin z. We can see that this will give us L into L minus 1 over sin z into sin z plus sin square z. And from our trigonometric identities, we know that sin square z is equal to 1 minus cos square z, which is 1 minus L squared. So sine z will be equal to 1 minus square root of 1 minus cos square z. So our equation will finally become L into L minus 1 over root of 1 minus L squared plus 1 minus L squared. So this will later give us, so it will give us L into L minus 1 over 1 if we rearrange the denominator plus root of 1 minus L squared minus L squared. Thank you. Show cos A minus sine A plus 1 over cos A plus sine A minus 1 equals cosec A plus cot A. So the equation will give us something like this. Cos A plus 1 minus sine A over cos A plus minus 1 minus sine A. On rearranging this, it's going to give us something like this. Cos A minus 1 minus sine A plus 2 into 1 minus sine A over cos A minus 1 minus sine A. So it's going to give us 1 plus 2 into 1 minus sine A over cos A minus 1 minus sine A. Let's multiply denominator and numerator by cos A plus 1 minus sine A. It's going to give us 2 into 1 minus sine A. Oh, sorry. 1 plus 2 into 1 minus sine A into cos A minus plus 1 minus sine A over, or multiplying, this one will give us cos square A minus 1 minus sine A all squared. Now, it's going to give us 1 plus 2 into 1 minus sine A into cos A plus 1 minus sine A over 1 minus sine square A minus 1 minus sine A all squared. On breaking this one down, it's going to give us 1 minus sine A bracket to 1 plus sine A. Let's continue. It's going to be 1 plus 2 into 1 minus sine A cos A plus 1 minus sine A over. So let's factorize 1 minus sine A 1 plus sine A minus 1 plus sine A. So this one cancels this. So I have 1 plus 2 into cos A plus 1 minus sine A over, this one will cancel this. So I have 2 sine A. So this one breaks this. At the end of the day, my equation will become 1 plus, okay, let me divide straight. This one here is going to be giving cos A plus cosec A minus 1. So this one will knock this off. So I'm going to have cos A plus cosec A. Final answer. Prove that tan theta over 1 minus cot theta plus cot theta over 1 minus tan theta equals to 1 plus tan theta plus cot theta. equals 1 minus sec theta cosec theta. So we have like this. We have tan theta over 1 minus 1 over tan theta plus 1 over tan theta over 1 minus tan theta. So this is going to give us tan square theta over tan theta minus 1 plus 1 over tan theta into 1 minus tan theta. Now, I would like to change this so that I can have this sign here change. It's going to be so that the two, they will have common denominator. That will give me tan q theta minus 1 over tan theta into 1 minus tan theta. So let me factorize. It's going to give me tan theta minus 1 into tan square theta plus 1 plus tan theta over tan theta into 1 minus into tan theta minus 1. Tan theta minus 1. This is supposed to be tan theta minus 1. Now let me cut it. Here we cut this one. Yeah. So I'm going to have this one here will give me tan theta. This one will give me cot theta. This one will give me 1. So the same thing as what we have here, 1 plus tan theta plus cos theta. So furthermore, I can still make it equal to this one. It will be equal to 1 plus tan theta plus 1 over tan theta, which is giving me 1 plus tan square theta plus 1 over tan theta. And this is 1 plus, we know that tan square theta plus 1 is sec square theta over tan theta, which is 1 plus sec theta into sec theta cot theta. And sec theta cot theta will give us cosec theta. So this is 1 plus sec theta cosec theta. Proved. If tan theta plus sin theta equals n, tan theta minus sin theta equals n, prove that n squared minus n squared equals to 4 root mn. So n squared minus n squared is going to give us m plus n into m minus n. And when we add m plus n, it will give us 2 tan theta. M minus n is going to give us 2 sin theta. So n squared minus n squared is equal to 2 is equal to 4 tan theta sin theta. Now let's multiply the two, mn. So if you multiply n is tan theta plus sin theta into tan theta minus sin theta. That's going to give us tan square theta minus sin square theta. So I'm factorizing further. I'm going to have tan square theta into 1 minus cos square theta, which will eventually give me tan square theta sin square theta. And we can see that n is going to be square of this. So root of n is going to be tan theta sin theta. So n squared minus n squared will equal to 4 root n. Thank you. If tan A equals n tan B, sin A equals m sin B, prove that cos square A equals to m square minus 1 over n square minus 1. Now, we have it like this. Sin A over tan A equals cos A, which will be equal to n sin B over n tan B, which equals to m over n cos B. Now, we have cos square A will be equal to m over n cos square B. Okay, then 1 minus sin square A, which is equal to 1 minus n square sin square B. And I can still make it like this: 1 minus n square into 1 minus cos square B equals to 1 minus n square into n, and cos B is n over n cos square, because cos B from here will be equal to n over n cos A, and this one will be squared. So from here we have 1 minus n squared into 1 minus n over n cos A, or squared. So cos square A is still equal to 1 minus n squared minus n squared cos square A. So guarding like terms, this one will be plus. Thank you. So guarding like terms, I'm going to have it like this: 1 minus n squared minus 1 will be equal to n squared cos A minus cos square A will be equal to cos square A into n squared minus 1. From this, we divide both sides by n squared A. So cos square A will be equal to n squared minus 1 over n squared minus 1. Thank you. Cosec theta minus sin theta equals to L. Sec theta minus cos theta equals to L. Prove that L squared m squared brackets L squared plus m squared plus 3 equals to 1. Let's start. 1 over sin theta plus sin theta equals to minus 1 minus sin squared theta over sin theta, which equals to cos squared theta over sin theta. That gives me L. 1 over cos theta minus cos theta. So 1 minus cos squared theta over cos theta equals to sin squared theta over cos theta equals to m. Now L squared n squared into L squared plus n squared plus 3 will equal to sin raised to the power 4 theta. Let's start from cos. Cos raised to the power 4 theta over sin squared theta times sin raised to the power 4 theta over cos squared theta into cos raised to the power 4 theta over sin squared theta plus sin raised to the power 4 theta over cos squared theta plus 3. So this one will cut this one, I'm going to have cos square theta sin square theta into cos raised to power 6 theta plus sin raised to power 6 theta plus 3 sin square theta cos square theta over cos square theta sin square theta. So this one cancels this. I'm left with cos raised to power 6 theta. So let me express this as q to the cos square theta q plus sin square theta q plus 3 sin square theta cos square theta. Now we all know the factorization for sum of q. This one, let me factorize it to be cos square theta plus sin square theta into cos square theta all squared plus sin square theta all squared minus cos theta sin theta. Now I will still add this one to it now, plus 3 sin square theta cos square theta. We know that cos square theta plus sin square theta equals to 1. So this will now multiply this one out. It's going to give me cos square theta square sin square theta square minus cos square theta sin square theta. So this is now going to give me minus cos square theta sin square theta plus 3 sin square theta cos square theta. On adding everything out, it's going to give me cos square theta squared plus sin square theta squared plus 2 cos square theta sin square theta. Now this is a perfect square. So it's going to give me cos square theta plus sin square theta all square, which is 1 which is equal to 1. Prove cos theta minus tan theta equals 2 cos 2 theta. So we know that cos theta minus tan theta will be equal to 1 over tan theta minus tan theta, which will be 1 minus tan square theta over tan theta. And tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta. So therefore cot 2 theta will be equal to 1 minus tan square theta over 2 tan theta. So cot theta minus tan theta is equal to 1 minus tan square theta over 2 tan theta, which is 2 into 1 minus tan square theta over 2 tan theta, which is equal to 2 cot 2 theta. Show that tan 3 theta equals 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta over 1 minus 3 tan square theta. We know that tan 3 theta will be equal to tan theta plus 2 theta. And we know from the identity for the sum of tan of two angles, it is going to be tan A plus tan theta plus tan 2 theta over 1 minus tan theta tan 2 theta. I know from the identity, tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta. So tan 3 theta is equal to tan theta plus 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta over 1 minus tan theta times 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta. By extension, that is going to give me so it's going to be tan theta minus tan cube theta plus 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta times 1 minus tan square theta over, what am I having here? 1 minus tan square theta minus 2 tan square theta. And that's going to be, this one we cancel this. This one plus this one is going to give me 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta over 1, this one minus 3 tan square theta. Thank you. Prove cos 4 theta equals 8 cos raised to power 4 theta plus 8 sin square theta minus 7. Cos 4 theta will be equal to 2 cos square 2 theta minus 1. And this will give me 2 into 2 cos square theta minus 1 all squared minus 1. This will give 2 into 4 cos raised to power 4 theta plus 1 plus 4 cos square minus 4 cos square theta minus 1. So an expansion, this will give me 8 cos raised to power 4 theta plus 2 minus 8 cos square theta minus 1. So that's 8 cos raised to power 4 theta minus 8 into 1 minus sin square theta plus 1. This gives 8 cos raised to power 4 theta minus 8 plus 8 sin square theta plus 1. 8 cos raised to power 4 theta plus 8 sin square theta minus 7. So that's will be equal to cos 4 theta. Thanks. Prove that sine alpha plus beta multiplied by sine alpha minus beta is equal to sine square alpha minus sine square beta. Now I have sine alpha plus beta, sine alpha minus beta minus 2 here will give me cos alpha plus beta plus alpha minus beta plus minus cos alpha plus beta minus alpha minus beta. going to be over 2 over 2. So I have minus 2 sine alpha plus beta sine alpha minus beta is going to give me cos alpha minus cos alpha minus cos beta, and then alpha, cos alpha cos beta, so which will be equal to cos alpha minus cos beta is going to give me prove that sine alpha plus beta, sine alpha minus beta is equal to sine square alpha minus sine square beta. So I have sine alpha plus beta sine alpha minus beta. Let me put minus 2 here. Will be equal to cos alpha plus beta plus alpha minus beta minus cos alpha plus beta minus alpha plus beta. So it's going to give me cos 2 alpha minus cos 2 beta. It's going to give me cos square alpha, 2 cos square alpha minus 1. Or let me make it like this straight because of the answer here. 1 minus 2 sine square alpha minus 1 minus 2 sine square beta. So minus 2 sine alpha plus beta sine alpha minus beta is equal to minus 2 sine square alpha plus 2 sine square beta. Dividing through by minus 2 is going to be sine alpha plus beta sine alpha minus beta. It's going to give me sine square alpha minus sine square beta. Thank you. Prove sine 3 theta minus 2 cos theta sine theta sine 2 theta, yes, sine 2 theta plus sine theta equals 0. So we rearrange the equation to be sine 3 theta plus sine theta minus 2 cos theta sine 2 theta equal to 0. So what happens next? We have from our identities, now we have sum of different angles. It's going to give us 2 sine 3 theta plus theta over 2 cos 3 theta minus theta over 2 minus 2 cos theta sine theta, which should be equal to 2 sine 2 theta cos theta minus 2 cos theta sine theta. They are the same, and that gives us proof 1 plus 2 tan theta tan 3 theta over 1 plus tan theta tan 3 theta is equal to cos square theta over cos square 2 theta. Let's begin. So it's going to give me 1 plus sine 2 theta over cos 2 theta sine 3 theta over cos 3 theta all over 1 plus sine theta cos theta sine 3 theta over cos 3 theta. So this will give me cos 2 theta cos 3 theta plus sine 2 theta sine 3 theta over cos 2 theta cos 3 theta. Now over cos theta cos 3 theta plus sine theta sine 3 theta over cos theta cos 3 theta. Looking at this, you will see that it is identity for the difference of the cos for two angles. So this will give me cos 3 theta minus 2 theta over cos 2 theta cos 3 theta times cos theta cos 3 theta. Looking at this too, it is the identity for the difference of the cosine of 3 theta and theta. So this will give me cos 3 theta minus theta. This one here, I will call this one. So cos 3 theta minus 3 theta is cos theta. So cos theta times cos theta is going to give me cos square theta. Same here. This one is cos 2 theta, and cos 2 theta is going to give me cos square 2 theta. Thank you. Solve without using tables. Sec 3x plus tan 3x equals root 3. Now we know that sec square 3x minus tan square 3x will be equal to 1 from our trigonometry understanding. Now let's divide this one by this. We are going to have sec 3x minus tan 3x will be equal to 1 over root 3. With this, you know that 2 sec 3x will be equal to root 3 plus 1 over root 3. So 4 over root 3. So sec 3x will equal to 2 over root 3. So sine cos 3x will equal to root 3 over 2. From our knowledge, we know that 3x will equal to 30 and x will equal to 10. So 3x can vary from 30, let's say 390, adding 360 again, that will be 750, etc. So x can be 10, 130, 250. In the same way, you can find tan and still come to this. Thank you. If sec theta equals to a plus 1 over 4a, prove that sec theta plus tan theta equals 2a or 1 over 2a. So we know that sec theta equals to a plus 1 over 4a. And from our trigonometric ratio, we know that sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. So our sec square theta is going to be 4a squared plus 1 over 4a minus 1. So this one is squared. It's going to be 16a raised to the power 4 plus 8a squared plus 1 minus 16a squared over 16a squared. So, and squared theta. It will now be equal to 16a raised to the power 4 minus 8a squared plus 1 over 16a squared, which is equal to, on factorization, 4a squared minus 1 all over 4a all squared. So tan theta is equal to square root of this. That is plus or minus square root of 4a squared minus 1 over 4a plus or minus 4a squared minus 1 over 4a plus or minus a minus 1 over 4a. Now, sec theta plus tan theta will be equal to either a plus 1 over 4a. If I pick the positive, it will be a minus 1 over 4a, which is equal to 2a. Or a plus 1 over 4a. If I pick the negative, it's going to be minus a plus 1 over 4a, which is equal to 2 over 4a, equals to 1 over 2a. H over 8 is equal to tan 2 theta, which is 24 over 7. H is 24 times 8 over 7 centimeter. To find L, I have H over L is cos 2 theta, which is equal to 7 over 25. So L is 8 times 25 over 7, 200 over 7 cm. Now to find the radius of the second circle, I bisect the slant side perpendicular and touch the height at O. From O, the R generates to all the to points A, B, and C. So R, this place is L over 2. So L over 2 divided by R will be equal to sine 2 theta, which is 24 over 25. So R will be equal to L over 2 times 25 over 24, which is 200 over 7 times 2 times 25 over 24. So 100 here, 4 here, 6, 25. So I'm going to, that the radius will be 625 over 42 centimeters. I can also look at it using Pythagoras theorem. From the center, I'm going to have a triangle like this, right angle triangle. This place still remains 8. This place is R, and this place will be H minus R. So using Pythagoras theorem, R squared minus H minus R squared will equal to 8 squared. So factorizing R minus H plus R into R minus R plus H minus R will equal to 8 squared. So 2R minus H into H equal to 8. And from previous calculation, our H was 24 times 8 over 7. So 2R minus H is equal to 8 times 7 over 24 times 8. Oh, 8 squared, this is 8 squared. So this one cancel this. 8 here 1, 8 here is 3. So 2R will be equal to 7 over 3 plus 24 times 8 over 7. So R will be equal to 7 over 6 plus 12 times 8 over 7. That is 49 plus 12 times 8, 96. 96 times 6, 570, 576 over 42. So R will be equal to 625 over 42. Thank you.